Alright, let's see if I remember how to do the voices. I don't.
I believe in you.
I don't. Tatara seems eager to make up for lost time. It has been a while. Green, God, it's good to see you. I hope your being here means you've had your fill of rest. Not as so much as 40 winks, truth be told. You're too selfless, that's your problem. But you'll be no good to anyone if you don't take a break every once in a while. Anyway... Not much has happened since your last visit. I had a plan for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Aeolian Alliance throughout, though. They say the fighting has finally stopped at the Gimlet Dock, and that the Empire has shown no sign of movement. That doesn't sound good. Which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First? Great. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Flaming to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfilia, and I think it's best she hears it from you. We'll meet you on the terrace at the House of Splendors. Pain. Hi, it has been too long. Tatara did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? Yep. Thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world Minfilia has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tatara should be arriving shortly. And that's how I brought the shadows to the First. And so Minfilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next Oracle. This girl who Thancred named Reen. Was it Reen or Ryan now? It's been too long, I can't remember.
Nor can I.
I think it was Reen. To us have such a burden thrust upon her as a child. Only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Queen, might I ask a favor of you when next you return to the First? To tell Reen what I cannot. To tell her, thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well, for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, could I have a word? Riol! I hope you had to tell me you received word from our helper. I wish. Hey, I've not had a peep out of him. It's been a good long while now. Too bloody long. On account of which, I'm gonna sneak over to the border and see if I can't get a signal to him closer up. What if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, then ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, shouldn't have no trouble picking me way through Gimlet now the fighting's died down. Cause no, there's enough shadows to hide in. And the beats riding around here twiddling me thumbs. And you know, I just thought I'd let you know. Now I best be... Ah! Nearly forgot. Krau's at the Stones and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left. We best head back then. I'm sure it's important. Just don't get a moment of rest, do we?
Really not.
Oh, we wouldn't be
Supporter?
Well, we wouldn't be an RPG protagonist if nothing happened.
Accurate.
It seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad.
You're here. Good.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured, Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
No rest for the righteous, eh?
I realize you've only just returned from saving 2 worlds, but time is not on our side.
But where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct? Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Ah, Green, you're returned. I hope your time in the Source was suitably restful. Nope. But of course it wasn't. Go on. Their corporeal ether showed signs of instability. By the gods, the possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Kryl and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Okay, so it is Reen. I did get it right.
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy.
Does that mean we can use a crystal tower on the original, the source, to unsummon our friend's souls back? Can we do that?
The magic that summoned you was no exception.
Why not the
It is a singular
pixies?
spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first.
Oh yeah, just imagine the deals you're gonna have to put up to get that done.
To use an analogy,
I mean, you
it works
already
by
are the
cutting a hole
plaything
in
of the
fabric
queen.
reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed.
And that's what we'll keep telling her.
Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Oh,
Forehead flick.
what was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says so.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on his part and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Yeah, I'm not used to objectifying people yet.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrandt is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
The Grand Cosmos, that is, the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best I devote mine energies to the creation of the white auracite, by thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the new Mo consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of a suitable vessel ere long. Agreed. Then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Solon, and do be prepared for a warm reception. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by a host of familiars, and I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the XIV may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet with those who could overcome my defenses. As with any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. Weapons drawn it is, then. Though I must say, XIV, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all, rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised. Your moods invariably improve when Green is around.
Shit.
What exactly are you implying? He averted a calamity, and the light which seemed destined to consume him has been extinguished. It is only natural that we be pleased to see him. Yes, well, you'll have plenty of time to celebrate his good health after we've finished here. Of course. Then let us proceed to the palace. Enter the Grand Cosmos. Oh, that was fast. Alright, I forgot to change my portrait, I think. Oh well.
I fucking forgot to, too. Also, I keep forgetting about my push to talk, too. Motherfucker.
It's Jar Jar Binks. The Grand Cosmos. I have no idea what I am doing. Oh no, what's happening? I'm going to be a shield. Get myself a shield.
So I wanted to using the wrong controls. Oops.
It's fine, we're still alive. For now. Oh no, Kieran.
God damn it, I was trying to do Benny, but my 2 key's broken.
Oh, that's sunshine.
I'll thank fuck for the res mage.
Yep. Did you say red mage or res mage?
Res.
Oh, well, you're both right on both accounts anyway. Breed. Ooh. Oops, this way. I'm not pulling too much, am I? Here.
Sorry, I keep forgetting push to talk. I think you're fine for now.
Awesome. That doesn't look good. Oh, you gotta move those off of the squares. Hooray! And with minimal casualties.
I don't think we had any on that one.
Yeah, we did not. Ooh, a dining hall.
I wonder if you could just sit in those chairs.
Go try. I think our dancer may have disconnected.
Yeah, sure looks like it.
Oh well. I guess it's up to you to pick up the DPS, Kier.
Fun.
Oh, there's more. Wonderful. Oh, there it came back. Yay.
Yay.
Yahoo! Hey, Lance.
Hello, Lens.
Insatiable Flame, Lucas. What's that velvet drapery? And a piano.
I suspect we'll be interactable.
Ooh, squares. Oh, ow. Oh, not a square I was supposed to stand in. Oh, so this is where Mortal Flame comes from. Okay, you have to hit one of the items and then to get rid of their Mortal Flame. Just walk over to it. Or die. There's a sofa over in the corner. Left. Okay, now we're getting the hang of it, I think. Spread out. Okay, so if you're too close to him charging, you get a vulnerability. It's like... good to know. I feel like I do better on these dungeons the first time I do them than the second time. Is that weird?
Maybe it's a confidence thing?
Maybe.
We did it! Yay!
And with minor casualties.
Definitely Resonage gets fucking commend.
Ooh, decoration.
I'm not sure I've ever seen one of those as loot for this before.
Definitely not. I mean, sometimes on Stone Vigil, you get Stone Vigil lumber that you can craft into decorations.
But that's
That
kind of
was
different.
my
Yeah.
fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
Backlook, 'tis good to see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh no, I see what he's doing.
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence! It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men. You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to...
I swear to God, they're basically puppos.
They really are. I think this came up in the previous interactions with the Numo as well.
If you will not be
those are
satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again. That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety. Oh, you know not what you ask of me, what horrors my knowledge has wrought.
Mean the magical plague of Vobert? I know the funny answer is lie down, but...
You know of the plague? Then you know how dangerous soulcraft can be. Instead of saving your friends, you risk damning them. Are you sure you're willing to take that chance?
No. No.
Oh, very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
There you are. The others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower with Beck Luke. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treating with them. I've ever sought to convince, not compel. Yet I cannot deny that a part of me is glad Urian J shared his knowledge of the new Mo with us. Had he not, Beck Luke wouldn't be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guests waiting would only add insult to injury. You may now enter the Grand Cosmos, a party of NPC avatars. Yay! We mustn't dally here any longer, Green. If Beck Luke is to hear the truth of our travails in the first, you of all people should be present.